was talking about in this journal entry was that I wanted God to grow me. Hi guys. I wanted to talk about what I see God doing for me this year of singleness. And I thought I was gonna like write a journal entry, of like things that I thought God would tell me, or things that I thought I wanted God to show me and stuff like that, of like what I thought this summer was, or this year was gonna be. And I was thinking back to this journal entry that I wrote way back in May, and it really, like, I'm gonna read it to you guys. And this journal entry was basically about what I wanted God to do for me this summer. And one of the biggest things that I said, or basically what I was talking about in this journal entry, was that I wanted God to grow me as a Christian, grow me as a person, grow me in this and grow me in that. And it kind of all started when I was writing the journal entry. I had this prayer. I was praying to God a couple of days before I wrote the journal entry, and I was kind of like, God, this is what I want you to do in my life, and I know you can do these things, and this is what I want. And so then like a couple of days went by, and I was like, no, I need to write a journal entry about this, because if I don't remember these things that I want God to grow me, and then how would I remember that he grew me? And so I wrote this journal entry. I thought it was crazy, because I wrote this journal entry about how I wanted God to grow me and do all these things for me during this summer. But then, not even a month later, I'm like, I'm gonna be single for a whole year. And it just like, it dawned on me like right before I filmed, a couple days before I'm filming this, that I was like, I'm asking God to grow me this summer, and one of the things that I am going to do is be single for a whole year. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like, in my opinion, that is like the first thing that you need to do in order to grow as a Christian and as a person, really. Because in my opinion, I feel like I need to know my worth in God, and I need to know his love, and I need to love him before I can really love anyone else. Like, y'all have always heard like the saying that's like you can't love anybody unless if you love yourself. Like, before you love anybody, you have to love yourself. You need to show your self-worth and like all this stuff. But it's like, you also need to love God first, because only then will you know how much he loves you. And when I found out how much God loved me, it really dawned on me, and I was like, whoa. Like, that's how much he loves me. But yeah, I'm just gonna read you this journal entry, and I encourage y'all to also write a journal entry of, if you're gonna be doing a year of singleness along with me, I would encourage you guys to also write a journal entry of like, what do you see and what do you want God to do for you during this time or year. So I'm just gonna read the journal entry that I wrote. So a little backstory on this journal entry that I wrote. I wrote it after not really journaling after a really long time, And I think you would see that after I read like the little intro that I have here. I'm just gonna read it to you guys. God, I come here to your presence. Why do I always end up hiding? Why is it that when I come to you, it's always because I need something from you? Can I not come to you with praise? Can I not come to you with questions? Why do I have to be in a situation I can't get out of in order to come to your feet? None of that actually matters. I'm here now, listening. But I did come here for a reason. I wanted to have documented proof of how I feel and of my goals for this summer. God, I want you to grow me. I don't want to be afraid to share your name. I won't be afraid to share your name. I will be brave not only in myself, but in how you created me. My plans are yours. My calling is yours. I want to follow where you lead me. I want to follow you today, tomorrow, and the rest of my life. I want to share the heart I have for you with everyone I love. I want you to grow me in my walk. Let the devil challenge me. Let me walk through trials so I may share my testimony. I want you to grow me. Grow me into someone who loves you. Grow me into someone who finds joy in even the hardest times. People always ask me, are you sure that this is the calling God has for you? And I can say with confidence, no, I don't. But that's the funny thing, isn't it? I don't know. But I sure as hell know that if God put me here, I know that this pain is for the greater good. This is all just a part of my testimony. Who cares if I failed a class? Who cares if I got a broken heart? You do, God. You care. But failing at something doesn't change my worth in heaven. Nothing can change my worth in heaven. I am already yours. So why should what other people say or do subject me from that? I am already yours, and you already love me. Why should other people's questions about the calling you have for me make me question too? You already brought me this far. I am already living out the calling you have for me. If opportunities fall short, they were only supposed to get me so far. If I lost friends, they weren't meant to stay any longer. I can't be afraid of choices and decisions I've made. They led me to where I am. I am right where you want me. I am no longer afraid of where you are calling me. So that was my journal entry on May 27th. And like I said, it just like really blew me away because I was like, that's what I wanted God to do this summer for my life. And you know, like I just think it's so crazy. Like not even a month later, I was like, I won't be single for a whole year. So yeah, but I encourage you guys to also write a journal entry, a letter to God, if you will, and just like tell him, you know, this is what I want you to do for me. Even if, you know, you're like, I don't need a year of singleness, I'm good, I don't need that. You can also just, you know, tell him what you want, you know, this year in general to look like, or even just like what you want this summer to look like. You know, if you're someone like me who can't really project into the future as well, you can just say like, this is what I want my summer to be. And I understand like summer's, it's like it's almost July, and it's like, what do you mean summer? Like summer's basically over at this point. Like if you're someone like me, it's like summer's already over. But yeah, I encourage you guys, you know, God is with you, God is for you, he is not against you, and you know, God is good. So yeah. Just God is good. You know, that's all I can really say is like, you know, I encourage you guys to really put yourself out there and just be like, God, this is where I am. This is where I'm at. Like, I need you. I surrender. This is what I need from you. And yeah, so I guess that's my video. if you have any suggestions on like video topic ideas or anything of that sort throughout, you know, this year of singleness, I would love to hear them. So yeah, give me suggestions, because, you know, whether it be like, you know, encouragement or anything like that, I'd love to hear it, because I'd love to help everyone else who would like to do this with me. And if you are someone who wants to do it as well, you just leave a comment and say like raise your hand and be like, I'm here with you, girl, like you're not alone. So yeah, if you want, you can follow my Instagram. Here it is. I don't know what side. It'll be on the side. And also you can also follow the Calling Daughters. It's another Instagram account that I have where I share Bible verses and encouragement and like journal entries that I've written to encourage other people. And another thing that I also haven't mentioned before is I also have a podcast with my friend Mariba, and we went on a break a little bit and we just got back into the swing of things. We have this new episode with a good friend of mine, Tim, and that episode is going to be up this Thursday, I believe. If not, I'm sorry, I said the wrong day, but I'm sure it's going to be up this Thursday. Yeah, the podcast is called The Dress with Pockets. It's a good podcast. We talk about like relationship stuff. We talk about, you know, we talk about a lot of stuff. So yeah, this episode that we did with Tim is about a lot of stuff. Like we talked about a lot of good stuff. The whole essence of the podcast was about, you know, what guys and girls should do in a relationship and like the do's and don'ts and all this stuff. And it was a really good conversation. And it was good getting a guy's perspective in there as well. So I definitely recommend you guys check that episode out. And yeah, I love you guys, and I guess I will see you next week. And I mean, like I said, please leave me suggestions, because if you don't, I don't have any. So if you don't give me suggestions or anything like that, then there probably won't be a video next week. Unless if God's like, wait, hold up, I got something for them to hear. So so yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you at some point.